And on your safety alert, Memorial Day weekend kicks off the 2024 summer boating season. While being out on the water is a fun activity to do with your family, there are also dangers one can face. Fox Illinois' Carolina Hassett has more on how to stay safe. Carolina?
That's right. I did a ride along with the Illinois Conservation Police this past weekend to find out everything you need to know before hitting the waves. Now, the most common accidents law enforcement sees involve speed and certain safety equipment violations such as life jackets. Children 12 and under need to be wearing those at all times, and you need to make sure you have enough on board for everyone. It's also important to obey speed limits and not go too fast through no wake zones. While out on the water, the driver of the boat needs to be cautious of surroundings, but most importantly, needs to be sober.
Captain of the boat really needs to make sure their head's on a swivel, whether they're navigating around boats, around docks, in no-wake zones. If skiers are down in the water or tubers are down in the water, the captain of the boat really has to be in control of everybody.
If you're caught operating under the influence, it can result in a fine as well as a court appearance. But it can also result in serious accidents or injuries while out on the water. Now, these officers will be on the water every weekend doing these safety checks and being on the lookout for intoxicated drivers. At Lake Springfield, I'm Carolina Hassett. Back to you.
Thank you, Carolina. We will have more from the ride along tonight at 9 with other things you need to have up to date when officers perform a safety check. Memorial Day weekend kicks off the 2024 summer boating season, but how can you stay safe while out on the water? Well, Fox Illinois' Carolina Hassett did a ride along with the Illinois Conservation Police to find out.
While coming out here on Lake Springfield this summer can be fun, it may create some dangerous situations. I spoke to law enforcement on how to keep you and your family safe while hitting the waves.
So you got to have that on in case you guys get thrown from the boat or something. Yeah.
While doing a ride along with Illinois Conservation Police out on the water, you discover many things like ways to have fun and ways to stay safe.
How about a fire extinguisher?
Memorial Day weekend officially kicks off summer boating season, but with this comes the importance of safety.
Someone gets thrown from a boat and all of a sudden we're called out to try and find that person. Sometimes they're found and sometimes unfortunately we find them when they're kind of washing up somewhere, and that's the sad part about it.
When it comes to common mistakes that lead to accidents on the water, several things come to mind.
You can't have people flying through no wake zones, especially like under here, underneath the bridge and stuff like that.
And not having enough experience before getting in the water.
Wakes can hit you in different directions and kind of affect your boat in different ways.
Law enforcement officers will be out on Lake Springfield every weekend doing safety checks, and you need to be prepared. Law enforcement officers ask you for several things during a safety check, like safety lanyards, boater registration cards, and other safety equipment like life jackets and fire extinguishers. However, officers are looking for one important thing.
Potential OUIs, which is operating under the influence. It's a big problem really all over Illinois waters, not just Lake Springfield. So
being intoxicated while on the water is different than being out on the road.
Your first one is not going to affect like your driving privileges or your boating privileges. It'll be a fine situation. Everything's different. You're going to have to go to court for it.
Not only this, but it can result in serious accidents or injuries for those on board and in the water.
Captain of the boat really needs to make sure their head's on a swivel, whether they're navigating around boats, around docks, in no-wake zones.
While out here on Lake Springfield, it's important that children 12 and under wear life jackets at all times. Otherwise, it'll result in a citation and a $195 fine. On Lake Springfield, I'm Carolina Hassett. Back to you.
Thank you, Carolina. If you experience an emergency while out on the water, it is important to flag down law enforcement officials by using flares or call 911. Don't miss a video. Subscribe to our YouTube channel today for more Central Illinois news.